Thank you, Drew, for your questions and all the nice positive things that you said. So, as far as the questions go, who do I feel was my biggest threat in the game? I feel like the threats changed round to round for me. At first, obviously anyone who was not part of the Silent Six was a big threat to the group as a whole. But then individually it broke down. Like I felt like Noah was a huge threat competition wise, and that's why I definitely pushed for him to go sooner than later. We got off to a rocky start the first round when I did have to nominate him when he was away, and we never kind of grew from that. I wish we had because there would have definitely been possibility for Noah and I to link up and cause some damage, both being two of the more stronger people in competitions. Vicky was a threat for her social game. Everyone pretty much liked Vicky. Even people who were planning on voting her out were having a tough time at the time when it came actually down to do it. I know Sean had a hard time with it until information was released that supposedly she was playing him, but she was definitely a social threat. I think Sean was a huge threat. Sean embodied all three aspects of this game, I think, better than any one of us. And had he been sitting in the final, would definitely have garnered votes for that. So yeah, the threats changed for me week to week, but consistently each week, the people that I wanted to go wanted to go. If you look at the jury, every person who's sitting there, minus Sean, went when I wanted them to go. And I was always on the right side of the votes when I did vote. And when I was HOH, all of the plans that I wanted to happen happened exactly the way they were. I did not vote once in the minority. And so, yeah, the threats for me changed week to week. I think 16 people have plus, people have strengths and weaknesses, so you have to kind of figure out what they are and when the right time to get them. I know that if someone like Parker or someone like Adam had gone a couple of more rounds, sitting here it would be hard to deny them votes because they're super, super likable. So they were threats in their own right. So yeah, the threats changed for me week to week. Overall, I think Sean was the biggest threat. But when people started showing where they were good and where they excelled, that's when I had to try to rally and nip them in the bud so that they wouldn't get too far and then squeeze their way into the finals. As far as the last HOH goes, I was unaware of the plan until after it happened. I kind of went back and I looked at the board and I saw that Dina had only posted once when you had the opportunity to post three times. And I confronted Sean about it and I said, hey, why did Dina only post once? And he went on into how you guys all came together. Dina didn't trust Drew, to get the HOH, so that they wanted to throw the HOH to Andrew. Figuring it out after the fact, obviously they didn't want to get the blood on their hands, but being the biggest target left in the game is, shows that reasons why I should win this game. It was the one time that I was vulnerable. It was the one time that the opportunity presented itself to take me out. And in true Michael fashion, I come through on the clutch and win the veto to protect myself, never allowing myself to see the block and be up against the vote. So I was unaware that that was going on until after it happened. Had I been eligible to compete in that HOH, I would have fought hard. I would have fought hard to protect Dina and Sean. Ideally, that would have been the final three for me, Dina, and Sean. It was something that we stated we wanted to happen from round one. So to have gotten to that point would have been a huge accomplishment, especially after the fall of the empire of the final six, if you will. But it didn't end up that way. I have no hard feelings against them towards it. I would have played it different. I would have went all out, especially someone like Dina who didn't have a win under her belt. I would think that she would have wanted the win, but I guess people, sometimes want to take the easy route or don't want the blood on their hands, which, that's not the kind of player that I am. I'm the person who who likes to collect the heads, I guess. The only way you can really ensure what you want to happen is by winning competitions. I know competitions don't overall, make a winner, but all the other pieces have to fall into place, and I think it did. I was social with the right people. I was strategic in exactly the elimination order that I wanted to happen, which came out completely the way I wanted, minus Sean going. I would have preferred Andrew to go that week over Sean, but hey, they took a shot. They tried to make a move happen. It didn't happen. It also gives Andrew a thrown HOH. So I know he said he won 3 comps, but they threw it to him. Whereas every comp that I won on my own merit. So that's my answers for you, Drew. Can't wait to talk to you again, buddy. It was great getting to know you, and I hope that you continue to stick around this community and play other games.